Hey you guys, it's Sonia again. Okay, listen, this video is going to be a little more serious. Last video was just let me let y'all know what I've been up to. Um, Thinning locks really isn't my main issue. I just threw that up there because you know what? A lot of YouTubers, they use catch titles just to get you to click, and I'm like, let me try it. I don't think it worked for me. But I did want to talk about, and I think I kind of touched on this before, some videos back about people who get braids over their locks. It's a trend now, especially with the braids where you leave some of the curly hair out. I don't know what that's called. I think it's a form of goddess braids. I don't know, y'all. But I see more and more posts about it in the Facebook groups. And there's this one girl in particular who posts these pictures, locks over locks. And it drives me insane because first, who cares? Second, how many Facebook posts are you going to make in every single group about your braids that you have over your locks? And really all she's doing is showcasing her clothes. She likes to take pictures of her outfits, and I don't know if she's buying her outfits from a certain place, a certain store, or if she like sells these clothes and she's just advertising. I don't know what this woman is doing. It is so strange. It is so weird. But I know, first and foremost, let me do this disclaimer. It's everybody's personal choice. I'm not here to put down anybody's personal choice of putting whatever you do with your locks. If you put a wig on, get weave, lace front, quick weave, braids. My thing is this. When you get locks, there are stages to locks, and I think personally it's important to embrace all the stages from beginning till you're in the mature stage, because I think that helps you embrace you. It builds your confidence going through everything. It's the same with natural hair. When you first go natural, whether if you big chop or if you just, let your relaxed hair grow out and then just chop as you go along, you still have to embrace that. You have to learn how to adjust and embrace and accept your new hair, your natural hair. And then you have to go through the stages of learning what your hair is like, learning what hair type you have, learning the do's and don'ts for your particular hair type, learning what products to use, what products not to use. It's a process, and it's no different than having locks. When you have locks, it teaches you about yourself. It teaches you patience. And it teaches you to document your journey, take pictures, because your hair is changing, your hair is growing. And when you think your hair isn't growing, it really is. So I know people, it really affects them deeply as far as how they look. And if they feel like if they don't look their best, if their hair isn't looking its best during that ugly stage, which I don't believe is an ugly stage, but that's neither here or there. If they feel like they're not looking their best, then they have to do something so they do feel good about themselves. And that includes putting braids over their locks, wigs, weaves, whatever, until they feel like their locks have grown long enough or matured enough to where they feel comfortable wearing them out. I'm not a fan of it. Me personally, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like I feel like you're skipping a very important step with your journey. And I know everybody's journey is different, everybody's journey is theirs. But it really, when you go through that whole process from start to finish, it really teaches you some things about yourself. Um, it teaches you patience if you're not a patient person. I'm not a naturally patient person, so it taught me patience. It taught me how to accept myself um, through those stages, even when I big chopped. It wasn't always cute or pretty, but I learned to work with it, like makeup, earrings, jewelry, necklaces. I did what I could, until my hair grew out and I could do other things with it. And I think with locks, I think it shows courage. I think it shows strength. I think it shows just everything. And the other thing is, you don't know who's watching you. It could be anybody, somebody at work, somebody just out and about, a family member, your own kid, your daughter. When they see you, embracing your hair, your naturalness, that could be inspiring to them. And that can make them want to, take on this journey. They'd be like, hey, if mama could go through that and embrace it, I can too. And, but everybody's different. Not everybody is built for that. Not everybody has, that confidence in them or are just mentally ready, because you do have to be mentally ready to take on locks and to go natural. So yeah, the locks, the braids over locks, I'm not a fan. I don't like it. But do you? Everybody, not everybody has that in them to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, type of deal. And so, like, I don't knock those who do it, but me personally, I'm not a fan. And also, the beginning stages of your locks are so important, and I always think about the damage that could be done to your hair when you're constantly covering it up, either with braids or with wigs or weaves. Like, I worry about your edges. I worry about the weight of it. I worry about your hair being able to breathe and do what it needs to do as it's locking. And if you constantly have it covered up, like, and you got to be careful about what you're putting in your hair, what kind of braids, because the faux locks can easily get tangled with your hair. And then you have to be careful about how you take them out. It's a tedious thing to do. And I think that's just damaging. I really think that's damaging to your locks. So there, it's not just that I don't like it. I feel like it's not good for your locks, especially if you have brand new locks. Like if you're just starting out in your journey and then you like, bam, you're covering them up. I don't feel like your locks are getting the time to do what they need to do, because your hair has to breathe. You gotta, I don't know. But that's my take on it. I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, y'all. Do y'all know how many, listen, there's been so many YouTubers and like social media influencers, who's on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, Facebook, and YouTube. These same ones who make these wild videos of them changing up their hair color every other day, doing videos of changing their hair from blonde to red to burgundy to purple back to blonde. Let me tell y'all something. These same people who's doing that are now making videos talking about my hair falling out, my hair breaking off. Should I cut my hair, cut my locks off and start over? Or do you think my locks can be saved? But when you were doing these videos to get views, to get followers, talking about, I like to play in my hair, I like color, I like change, so what? It's just hair, it's just, the whole time I'm like, yeah, you got sister locks. You got teeny tiny locks. Before you even got the locks, you already had issues with thinning. Why would you constantly dye your locks with permanent dye? You're bleaching your hair over and over and over to get these different colors because you think it's cute and you making these videos and you want views. And I can't tell you how many influencers, and I'm not going to name names. Y'all probably already know who I'm talking about. But it's like, you did all this to get views, and now your locks are popping off left and right. You're thinning all up and around because you damaged your hair. You overprocessed your hair. You was doing too much to get the views and likes and followers. Like, you literally put your hair at risk for likes and followings. Instead of talking about your lock journey or giving good advice, or I don't know, just I'm not going to risk my hair and the health of my hair for views. That's just me. But I've been noticing this lately. I just sit back and I watch and I'm like, really? Really? Girl. I don't understand. And there's a lot of people who's on like their second, third, fourth lock journeys because they damaged their hair. One way or another, from dyeing it. It's like, I think dyeing your hair can be also very addictive. I think it can be very addictive to just keep dyeing your hair, and especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you're doing it yourself and you're not getting it done professionally, you're going to do some damage, and it's going to show up in your locks. Your locks are literally going to start popping off. They're going to thin out. Think Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's locks look horrendous, and they've looked horrendous for years. You know why? Because he keeps bleaching them. He won't stop bleaching them. And they just look like rats been gnawing at him. And they're hanging on for dear life, literally by a strand. It's horrible. And he doesn't care. And he has all the money in the world to get them fixed, and he won't. And it just drives me insane. I don't get it. But anywho, those were some of the topics I've noticed, some of the things I've noticed. Nothing that made me go, ooh, let's talk about this lately. But it just seems like lately the trend is braids over locks. And yeah, that's the trend. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. And I will talk to you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.